I'm Miles Carter, and I'm here to speak out loud what you've been carrying in silence. Sometimes you meet people who slowly fade away, not because of illness, not because of poverty, but because they just stop caring about themselves, about life, about everything. I had a friend like that. Once he was full of life, energetic. He dreamed of becoming a musician. He could talk for hours about old rock bands, strumming his guitar, arguing fiercely about whether skill or soul mattered more. And I genuinely believed he'd make it. But then, something snapped, like someone turned the lights off inside him. He stopped playing, stopped dreaming, stopped doing anything at all. Just laid on his bed all day, staring at the ceiling. Sometimes drinking, sometimes sleeping for 15 hours straight. I tried pulling him out, said, "Let's go for a walk. Tried the gym lately? Play me something, anything." But every time he'd say, "Later," and later never came. Months turned into years. And this person, once full of plans and passion, turned into a shadow of himself. His muscles weakened. His spark disappeared. His eyes, empty. That's when I realized, you can only help the ones who want help, who are still crawling even if they can't walk, who still reach even if they're falling, who haven't given up. I kept giving him speeches, sometimes harsh, sometimes gentle, like a brother because I really did care. I'd say, "You're destroying yourself, man. You can't live like this. Go outside, breathe. You're not a tree. You can move." He'd go quiet or crack a joke, like he was living in a capsule, safe, familiar, and rotten, and he was too scared to leave it. Sometimes I'd walk into his room and feel like I'd stepped into a time loop. Everything exactly the same. He's lying there, staring at the ceiling. Same pants, same crumbs on the floor, window sealed shut, guitar in the corner with just 3 strings. "You're not dead," I'd tell him. "So start living." He'd smirk and nod like he agreed, but nothing ever changed. And the weird part? Sometimes I'd leave his place angry. Sometimes guilty, like I failed him somehow, like I could have saved him, but didn't know how. But now I know, you can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Even if you're right there, even if you're ready to fight for them every single day. If they're not willing to step out of their capsule, you're powerless. One evening, I told him, "That's it, let's go out. Enough rotting." He grumbled as usual, but he came. We just walked to a nearby park. No plan. We sat on a bench in silence. I hoped maybe the stars, the cool air, maybe something would reach him, but he was the same, distant, hollow. Then I noticed a man in a wheelchair on the bench nearby. An older guy, a little tired looking. But his eyes had life. That kind of glow people get when they're still fighting, still living despite everything. He was reading a book, tossing crumbs to pigeons, smiling, watching people, like every moment mattered. And I sat there, looking at him, then at my friend. And one thought echoed in my head. Here's a man with barely a body, but a full soul. And next to him, someone with everything, who's already dead inside. I even told my friend, "Look at him, he's alive. You're just existing." He just shrugged, like the light inside him had burned out long ago. That night, I realized, life isn't about your body, it's about your choice. I still blame myself, like I could have saved him, but didn't try hard enough, didn't say the right words, or maybe I just ran out of patience. We were close, almost like brothers, and I watched him fade. Day by day, I got mad. I tried to push him, shake him up, argued with him, begged him, and he just shut down. And now he's gone. Just gone. Dead. Sometimes I wake up thinking, What if I had reached out one day earlier? What if I'd said it differently? But the truth is, you can't save someone who doesn't want to live, no matter how hard you try. So if you're listening to this, and you've got someone in your life who's fading, try to help. Speak up. But if it doesn't work, don't hate yourself for it. You're not a god. You're just human. And if it's you who's fading right now, please, just step outside. Breathe. Look up at the sky. Call someone who loves you. As long as you're breathing, it's not over. Thanks for listening. I needed to say it. Maybe you needed to hear it.